Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down big ideas into stuff you can actually use. Today, we're diving into the AI revolution, but probably not in the way you're thinking. We're not talking about sci-fi futures or chasing 100 different apps. No, we're talking about a fundamental shift in how we work, how we create, and how we lead.
We're at such a pivotal moment. This quote from Dean Graziosi just nails it. This is it. This is that final window to get ahead before AI becomes as common, as totally essential as the internet itself. So the question isn't if it's going to change things, but how you're going to use it to your advantage.
Think of it like this. A farmer back in the day with just hand tools, they just couldn't compete with a farmer who had a tractor. One took 40 hours to plant an acre, the other 30 minutes. That's a 50x leap in productivity. It's not even a fair fight. Well, AI is today's tractor. It is that massive leap forward. Okay, let's really get into this.
Now, for so many of us, the modern workday just feels like a trap. We're always busy, right? Bouncing from task to task, but are we really being productive? Well, the data shows this isn't just a feeling we have, it is the harsh reality for millions of people.
Get this, a staggering 70% of solopreneurs fail within 5 years. And it's almost never because of a lack of skill or hard work. It's because they get completely crushed by the weight of having to do everything themselves. You're the CEO, the marketer, the accountant, the customer service rep, all of it. And hey, it's not just entrepreneurs. For the average professional, 28% of the work week is just gone, lost to managing email. Just think about that for a second. That's more than a full day of your potential, of your productivity, vanished every single week, just trying to keep up with your inbox.
So, if AI is this incredible tool, why aren't we all using it to escape the trap? Well, it usually comes down to this vicious cycle of 3 big barriers. First, the ultimate irony, right? We feel like we don't have time to learn the one thing that could give us all our time back. Second, even if we did, we're not totally sure how to create real leverage with it. And third, let's be honest, we're just overwhelmed. There's so many tools, and it just creates confusion, not clarity. This whole cycle just keeps us stuck, busy, but not actually moving forward.
Okay, so what if we just reframed the entire goal? It's not about learning AI just for the sake of it. It's about what AI can give you. It's about getting the ultimate advantage. The real prize here, the thing we're fighting for, is buying back 15 hours every single week. And that's not a small number, you guys. That's 780 hours a year. That's time you can pour back into real growth, deep creative work, or, just being present with your family.
But here's the thing, time alone isn't enough. The real goal is to combine that time you get back with leverage. That's the ultimate multiplier. It really is the difference between walking up a flight of stairs and walking up an escalator. You're putting in the same effort, but one gets you to the top exponentially faster.
So how do we get this leverage? Well, you don't need to master 100 different tools or become some coding wizard. All you need is a simple, repeatable playbook. A framework built on 4 key levers that turns AI from this fuzzy concept into a real, concrete advantage.
This 4-step framework is the whole system. First, you activate AI so it becomes your thought partner. It knows your voice, it can draft emails for you. Then you accelerate your decisions by getting instant market analysis instead of waiting days. Next, you amplify your best ideas, turning one little spark into a wildfire of content for all your social media. And finally, you augment your skills, basically building a digital team that scales your impact without scaling your costs.
Now, here's what's so interesting about all this. The ultimate goal of using AI, it isn't to become more like a machine. It's actually the complete opposite. It's to free us up to become more profoundly human.
The futurist Zach Cass tells this powerful story about his father, who was an oncologist. As medical science and AI got more advanced, patients didn't just choose his dad for his technical brilliance. They chose him for his human connection, for his compassion, for his bedside manner. And that, right there, brilliantly illustrates our greatest advantage in this new age.
So as AI starts to handle all the heavy cognitive lifting and automate those repetitive mental tasks, it doesn't replace us. It frees up our time and our mental energy to double down on the very things that machines, well, they just can't replicate.
And what are those things? They're the deeply human qualities that are about to become more valuable than ever. Empathy, courage, strategic vision, a sense of humor, genuine human connection. This is where you're going to create your true, lasting advantage. This is what AI actually empowers you to focus on.
So the takeaway is this. AI is the most powerful lever we have ever been given. It's the tractor, it's the escalator, it's the ultimate multiplier. The only question left is, what truly important work will you choose to do with it?